This podcast was created on Messy. Create your own show today at messy.fm.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Welcome back, sports fans. It's another great Monday here at the Sports Brothers Atlanta headquarters. That's what we're gonna roll with from now on. That's what I'll introduce. Where we are.
Yeah, we got some great things to talk about today, and then we also got some not so great things to talk about as well. But we're gonna probably get to the not so great things first.
We're gonna roll with the not so great just for the sake of me and Ro's well-being, mainly our blood pressures, heart rate, things of that sort that many of you probably experienced during hours of 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock on if you were watching CBS on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
So let's get to them. First of all, 17 penalties for over 150 yards. 7 of them gave the Colts another first down, which led to, I believe, a touchdown and then a field goal. So that's 10 points. And if you guys didn't know the final score, 27-24, we win the game if it wasn't for the penalties, in my opinion.
Oh, well, yeah, I believe so, too. And I also think that T.Y. Hill was hurting him a lot, too, in the first half. And he went down. He didn't come out in the second half because he had a quad injury.
Yeah.
So I think that slowed him down a little bit in the second half. But Brissett, hey, outstanding first half, man. Great.
He's not a bad.
Can't take nothing away from him. Man.
If you guys listened to the show last week, we didn't have really anything negative to say about him. He's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
It's just upsetting that if a guy like that is picking apart our defense, what in the hell is going to happen when we play guys like Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, Jared Goff? I'm definitely not looking forward to watching those games if Jacoby Brissett can do what he did on Sunday.
Well, we already talked about it earlier before the season even started. We already talked about the schedules don't get easier, it gets harder. After their break, their bye week, it gets harder.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get easier. So right now they should be really working up until the last 8 games. It's going to be really difficult.
Yeah, let's go over some of the stat lines from this past week. Matt Ryan, 29-34, 304 yards, 3 touchdowns and an interception. But, man, that interception sucked because it was in the red zone.
Yeah,
and that's number 2 on the year in the red zone.
That's 2. And we also have Freeman has 16 rushes for 88 yards. He's getting a little bit better. He's getting closer to 100 yards.
We're getting
closer.
there.
He's getting closer. His long is 28 yards.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. We're working him in there. So, but after that, the leading rusher after him, Matt Ryan's 3 yards. Like I said, no backup running back.
Ito Smith just didn't have a game Sunday.
Oh, he had 1 carry.
Yeah.
0 yards.
Yeah. But, hey, receiving, Julio, paid him all that money, man. 8 receptions, 128 yards, and another touchdown.
Yes.
Great touchdown catch, too.
Real good.
Man alive, just absolutely snagged it off the back of that guy. Really good. Let's take a look at the Colts. Jacoby Brissett, 28 for 37, 310 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
That's a game.
Wow.
I think that was probably his best game in his career.
Wow. It was. It had to be.
So thanks a lot, Falcons defense.
And Mack is still solid, too. Has 16 rushing yards for 74 yards. Pretty good. And 1 touchdown.
And then he was kind of questionable for the whole week with an injury, too.
Yes, he sure was. Yeah, definitely.
T.Y. Hilton, even without playing the whole second half, still had 8 receptions, 65 yards, and a touchdown.
That's really good. Really good.
T.Y. Hilton's always a weapon, man.
He is.
Yeah, I didn't draft him in fantasy this year because I luckily had our draft after the fact that Andrew Luck said that he was retiring. So I was like, I don't know, man. Is he going to be the same kind of big weapon that he is with Jacoby Brissett? And
I think he is.
Once again, I was wrong.
I think he is, but he just can't stay healthy.
No,
he's had that problem the past few years, I think.
Great player, though.
Yeah, man. He is. When he's healthy, he's good. Yep, definitely. So the Falcons, man, got a lot to work on, Matt. What we going to do, man?
It's things that, in my opinion, I think penalties are split 50-50 between the players and the coaches. Because I think the players not being prepared, as you can see with the busted coverages, missed assignments, things like that, I think that very well falls in the lap of the coaches.
Well, come on now. You saw the one where I think it was right before halftime. One of the guys didn't even get off the field in time, so you had 12 men on the field.
Yeah, Grady Jarrett didn't get off the field in time. Yep. It's
come on, man. He's a veteran.
Stupid stuff, honestly.
He's a Pro Bowl player, man. You get paid all the money. You can't get off the field on time.
Yeah. the countless amounts of time. I mean, you saw it coming. Like on third downs, we get a stop, and you knew that flag was popping up on that screen.
Yeah,
because someone didn't do what they were supposed to do, and it's so. I'm tired of having to talk about the same stuff over and over with the Falcons defense. And quite honestly, this is the year that Dan Quinn said it's falling on me this year. Well, guess what, buddy? It might backfire on you this year. You might be on the way out of the door.
I think so too. You know, everybody's last year was he on the hot seat? He's on the hot seat. So this year he took over the defense a little bit more. I don't know if I would have took.
Yeah, I mean that put him on the hot seat. I think before the season started.
I think so too.
Because you're taking all other things out of the question. You're saying if the defense is not performing this year, it's on me. And guess what, buddy? It's not performing this year, and it's on you.
Yeah.
And the whole city of Atlanta knows it's on you.
This
so you
ain't Seattle,
right.
man. This ain't Seattle. So
no, he doesn't. You know how? Dude, the players in Seattle are so much better than they are here on defense, man.
Yeah, they
Cam
are.
Chancellor, Richard Sherman, all those guys there.
Yeah,
it's not. I mean. We got Foyeke Alucon out there. There's a middle linebacker from Yale. Look, oh, God, it's terrible. It's literally like one of you guys going out there and playing linebacker. Like, you put one stick move on that guy, and he's flying 10 yards in opposite direction. It is so ugly to watch. And all of our linebackers, honestly, besides Deion Jones, Devondre Campbell looked atrocious in coverage this past week. And then the worst one of them all, not a linebacker, but Isaiah Oliver, man. Oh, my God.
I know it.
Who thought that was a second-round pick?
Right.
In the draft. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, they bully that guy. I mean, the Eagles went right after him. Minnesota went right after him. So guess what the Colts did? Right at him. And he didn't perform.
What happened to Vic Beasley? He only had two tackles.
That's another guy. He looks completely lost. He looks like he has no idea what's going on.
I'm looking at this. I'm like, man, he didn't even show up. I didn't even notice he out on the field yesterday.
No.
I wanted him to return back to the 2016 form. He has yet to do that.
No, it literally looks like he doesn't know what's going on. Like, even when he gets in the backfield, he's like, what do I do? I mean,
not only him, Trufant, one tackle. He didn't do anything. He had no numbers. He had he was flatline.
Yeah.
Except for the one tackle. And Garrett, come on now, man. They getting paid. You get paid a lot of money, dude. One tackle?
Yeah.
Really, dude?
Defense. I mean,
Jacoby
Brissett had like 9 seconds to throw the ball. Like, their offensive line is good, don't get me wrong, but you got to get some type of pressure on him. I mean, any quarterback in the NFL can pick somebody apart if they're not being pressured, in my opinion.
Hey, they weren't playing that good. Offensive line was playing that good when Luck was back there. That's why he had to resign or retire now. So
yeah, but I mean, that looked like an offensive line that could body anybody.
It can, but I thought he was eating breakfast back there and lunch.
Yeah, I mean, it's so bad when you're watching drives on the opposing team, and literally he's just back there just scanning.
Oh, he looked better in Mayfield yesterday. Oh. I watched that game too last night too. That just reminded me of Mayfield last night. I was like, man, dude, you hold the ball way too long, man. When you hold the ball, he looked like he regressed. He went backwards.
Aaron Donald you can't even. I mean, good God, that dude is just. It's not even fair.
It ain't fair now. But Brissett looked way better than Mayfield. He played less. He played less than him.
That kind of seems to be the trend here. Besides the Eagles game, when we had loads of pressure on Wentz, I mean, we didn't have a single ounce. I don't think he got sacked. I really don't think Brissett got sacked the whole game. That's terrible.
Let me see. Did he get sacked yesterday?
No.
One sack. One sack. One sack yesterday, and that's it. No interceptions, though.
Yep, because there's no pressure.
So he didn't have no turnovers.
And our secondary is just soft. I mean, I don't understand. We brought Dan Quinn in as the head coach because he's a hard-nosed defensive guy that was coming from the best defense in the league in Seattle, and he's turned this team into the worst defensive team in the NFL.
Look at this. 5 years ago, I said the Falcons need a better head coach, and I named off a list of coaches they need. I said Quinn will do wonders here. He'll be the right thing. He's going to take them to the Super Bowl, and they're going to win at least 2 or 3 Super Bowls.
Well, he's taking them to one. Should have won one.
Well, they did win when they won the first 3 quarters. They won the first 3 quarters. They did win.
I kind of wish that counted, but it doesn't. Look, man, I mean,
he hasn't done what I thought he was going to do.
He's been getting outperformed at coaching against very moderate coaches.
Them guys don't look prepared.
No.
They don't have no confidence.
And that falls on the coaches. It's not on the players, man. The job of the coach in the NFL is to prepare the team, to go out and produce the best they can. Now, if guys aren't producing, that's a completely different story, and that falls in the lap of front office.
Yes.
Which it kind of still does a little bit. with, your coaching options, you went with Dirk Cutter, Mike Mularkey, and stuff like that, which I really haven't had a problem with right now. Offensive play calling's been okay. But, man, I mean, the defense has got to figure it out, man, because, I mean, Matt Ryan came out there in the second half and just went on a tear.
He didn't. Sanu played better, though.
Sanu played really well. You got to get Ridley involved in those games, man, especially when you're airing it out like that. Why in God's name are you going to Stalker?
He only had 1 reception yard. This dude is getting you a touchdown every single game. Last year, he had more touchdowns than any other receiver on that team. And this year, he didn't have a touchdown, I think, every game.
Yeah, he had one against the Vikings and then one against the Eagles.
So why he only getting 1 touch this week? So you can get Sanu in there? Come on now. You can't keep forcing the ball into Jones. You're going to have to learn how to mix it up. Especially when your running game ain't that great. You're going to run Freeman to death, and so he's going to get hurt. And then who you got as backup? Ryan?
Yeah. No, I mean, look, I'm okay when it comes down to crunch time. I'm okay with the 50-50 ball and double coverage with Julio because I feel like he's better than 2 secondary guys.
Okay, I agree.
I agree with that, but when you're checking down or going to your second and third progression, why is it Stalker? Why is it not Calvin Ridley? That's what I don't understand. Why are we throwing the 5-yard out route to Stalker? Why can't we get the ball in Ridley's hand, who we spent a first-round draft pick on, so that way he can catch the ball and cut up field, except we got a guy that runs a 5.1 40 and can't move his feet. And then he's fumbled already this year, too. I don't get it. Why are we throwing the ball to Justin Hardy? Why are we throwing the ball to Russell Gage when you have Calvin Ridley just standing over there?
And them guys not getting no touchdowns.
No, I don't get it.
Hopper had 2.
Yeah, Hooper looked good.
Was his name Hooper or Hopper?
Hooper,
okay, yeah. Hooper had 2, and I think he did pretty good, too. So, along with Sanu and Jones, they did pretty good in the second half, also.
Yeah, Hooper had 2 touchdown catches. Really good if you have him in fantasy this week. I think he had like 49 yards with 2 touchdowns, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with going to Hooper in the red zone, right? Big body guy, protects the ball well, and he's big. But,
okay.
I mean,
we got 3 games down. It looks like to me the Falcons have been playing better in the second half than the first half. They're getting off to slow starts.
Especially on the road. We've had 2. Obviously, both of our losses are on road games.
Yeah. And they've been playing better in the second half, but a little too late.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get off the bus from the hotel ready to go.
Yeah.
You can't be ready to go at halftime.
No. And they can't depend on winning every home game either. You have to win somebody.
You're going to have to win some games on the road.
You're going to have to.
I
mean, it helps that you do have about 5 more games before your bye week, and your division is sad. The rest of the division is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the Saints won with a backup quarterback against Seattle, which kind of tells me that I don't buy the Saints right now with a backup quarterback. I mean, they look good. They got weapons.
Bridgewater, really, he was a starter. Remember Minnesota for
he was. I mean, he was a starter,
and he was pretty good. You know, and it was promising that he could take them to the Super Bowl because they had Adrian Peterson too at the same time. So in the backfield, so I thought he was going to take Minnesota to the Super Bowl as well. Till he tore his ACL, and it was a bad injury too as well.
Yeah, it was. It was ugly.
And so now he is a backup, so he knows how to start. He's been a starter before.
Yeah, he can use his feet as well. He's got weapons of Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara and stuff like that. So, I mean,
but the real shock to me was Carolina quarterback.
Ooh, Kyle Allen looked good. Yeah,
shocked me.
Better than Cam Newton, but then again, anybody's better than Cam Newton at this point.
I was impressed. Very impressed, but Cam Newton's getting hurt all the time.
Yeah,
he's standing in the pocket.
Let's talk about
holding the ball too long.
Let's talk about Jameis down in Tampa Bay, man. Did you see that game? First of all, hats off Daniel Jones. Good job leading the team back for I guess it's a game-winning drive. Of course, the Buccaneers missed like a 38-yard field goal or something like that. I think it was right at what the yardage is for a PAT.
Yeah, I saw the end. Eli's not happy.
Well, I mean, one, you knew it was coming.
Come on, man. Just ask to be released, man. Go ahead and retire.
Yeah, I would hang it up at this point. I mean, unless
call it
you
a career, man. You got a good career. You got 2 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, he's going to the Hall of Fame, probably. Yep. I mean, I guess if anything, stick around to be a mentor to Daniel Jones.
Yeah, okay.
Hats off to Hillgrove alum Evan Ingram. Had a really long touchdown catch. Had a really good day. I think he had 5 receptions, like 112 yards and a touchdown. So
he did.
Good job to him. Great win for the Giants, the team that needed it. Unfortunately, fantasy owners, if you guys didn't hear, Saquon Barkley is going to be out 4 to 8 weeks, and I have him in 2 leagues, and one of them's with Rowe.
I seen, yeah, sure do. I know. I seen that. I was like, oh boy, he's on crutches.
That's not good.
I saw him left the stadium on crutches. He celebrated on crutches.
That was a lot of first picks overall in fantasy drafts. I took him second overall in the one that I have him in.
Really?
Yeah, man. I mean, because I mean, the way that the leagues are scored and stuff like that, and that we didn't know if it was going to be Eli, if it was going to be Daniel. It was really Saquon or bust for the Giants. So I was like, they're gonna ride him.
Yeah, they
so
will.
I mean, I took him. He did really good last year too. I figured, he progressed even a little bit more, got a little bit stronger. So I thought it's a good pick. And apparently, a lot of people agree with me. But now he's going to be out for 48 weeks. So go find another running back if you have him.
Yeah, the NFC South. Saints is up 2-1. Buccaneers 1-2. Falcons 1-2. Carolina 1-2. Which really, honestly, Falcons should be leading that division.
Yeah, they should be 2-1. They should have won the Colts game.
They should have won that.
Oh God, man, this is a penalty. Just stop.
I know it.
Just know your assignment and do it, please. Like, it's not hard. I promise you, football is not this hard. They make it look like it is rocket science. It is not hard.
Two things that can kill you in a football game. Well, we all know what that is: turnovers and penalties.
Yep.
And those two things you can avoid.
Yeah, Matt Ryan had the red zone interception.
Yeah.
That he tried to force the ball with a lob throw.
He likes to force the ball.
Yeah, he does it. I know. You can see it when it comes out of his hand because it's like a lob. Like, oh no, where's that going? When he throws the ball with conviction, it's a strike and it's right in the dude's chest. But when he lobs it up, no, it's bad news. And you could see it. I could see it coming the whole time.
Oh, I seen it coming. I said, here we go again.
I mean, I'm okay with the interceptions. Now, he has 6 this year. He had 5. I don't even know what he had last year. I think he only had like 3 or 4 last year.
He didn't have that many last year. Very little. How many got so far this year?
6.
Oh, that's terrible. He's not.
And I'm okay.
Focusing.
I'm okay with an interception a game, but man, it cannot be in the red zone, and it cannot be on the road. You can't do it. You can't take the ball out of. You can't take the ball out of your offensive hand like that, forcing the ball. If it's not there, throw it away or find something else.
Matt, what did I say last week? Sorry. What did I say last week? Calvin really. He's a secret weapon. That's not no secret. Remember we saying that last week?
I mean,
he's a secret weapon. That's not a secret, but you're not using him.
And I don't think it was the Colts shutting him down because they had 2 guys on Julio.
Right? Yeah, they did. So
it wasn't that. It was just
like they got
not giving him the ball.
It ain't like they got 4 corners out there, 4 safeties out there running around. Come on, man. You can only put. You can have only so many men on the defense on one receiver.
Yeah,
somebody's gonna be left open and really has speed too as well. Got good hands.
Yeah. So look, we get Houston. Or not Houston, sorry. We get Tennessee this week at home.
Should beat Tennessee.
Should beat Tennessee. Got another decent running game with Derrick Henry. Big guy. Going to be hard to tackle. And as we saw last week, our team cannot tackle. We're the flying you-know-what. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, they got another average quarterback. Brissett and Mariota are about the same level as talent, in my opinion.
Huh?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
I mean, if you saw the game, that was last week, or 2 weeks ago, right, against the Colts and the Titans. It was like 17-19, I think the score was. Pretty average game. I think they're about the same talent level-wise, but I think that the Colts have a little bit better coaching, and they definitely have a better offensive line. Yeah,
I agree with you on that because the offensive line is going to save him a lot. It'll make him look really good.
Yeah, and they looked – I mean, Marlon Mack was questionable going into the whole week, and he still looked really good. And that offensive line was just getting a push right off the snap of the ball.
You're right.
And had our defensive line on the heels, wouldn't be able to get any interior pressure. And then Vic wasn't able to get any outside pressure. Surprise there.
I don't know. I just don't know what Beasley.
Look, man, we got a lot of question marks. The season's definitely not over, man. We're only 3 games in. There's a lot of teams that have started off the year 1 and 2, and then found a way to get it done and get into the playoffs. And I'm not saying that this team doesn't have a chance to get in the playoffs. They definitely do, but you better figure it out quick because our schedule's getting tough.
You better figure it out before Breeze gets back.
Yeah. Especially that, and I think his first game is going to be against the Falcons. So,
it will be.
You got to figure it out till then, and you got to get to 500 at least by the time you get to the Saints.
Yeah, because the Buccaneers not going to get no better, and I don't believe the Panthers are going to get any better either.
No. So we have Tennessee, and then I believe we have Houston.
Yeah.
Is that when we come home for the? Is that the Seahawks and Rams and all them?
Yeah, that's when we start playing all them hard guys.
Yeah.
But right now, Houston ain't. Watson ain't doing the same thing he did last year. I don't know what's going on with Watson, but you better get together, buddy.
Well, his offensive line's kind of questionable, kind of suspect. Still had a good fantasy week. He gave me at least 49 points in my league, which wasn't that bad. Then they got the win as well, so that was good. So let's go ahead and break it down. We were promising everybody here the fantasy outlook. So me and Ro, if you guys don't know, me and Ro are in a Yahoo Fantasy League together.
Yep.
And I think for the most part, as it pulls up here, Yep, I am still in third place.
Yeah.
And Ro he's climbed up into fourth place.
Yeah, I moved up. Well, I was in fifth place. Now I moved up to fourth place.
I hear you.
In the fantasy
That's a good
league.
job. Well, I mean, look, I went with Jimmy G for this
Okay.
week because I had Carson Wentz, and they literally didn't even have practice because they got so banged up against last week's game against the Falcons. But then again, he went up and put 21 points on the board, so there went that. And then I had to get rid of Antonio Brown because he decides that he wants to act like a 16-year-old child. And then we go from there. Saquon got hurt in the first quarter, gave me 3 points, and that was it. Otherwise, I'd been fine. I still got 2 guys to go tonight, Allen Robinson and David Montgomery with the Chicago Bears, but decent. Otherwise than that, I mean, Odell Beckham, 5 points. Robert Woods, 5 points. Marvin Jones had a good day, gave me 16. And then, Saquon getting hurt and all that. Hooper, another good day. Man. I mean, let's talk about San Francisco for a second. Hold on, before we get into yours.
Okay.
San Francisco's 3-0.
Wow, I know. Garoppolo.
Jimmy G just finding a way to get it done.
Finally.
And, I mean, this was the guy, if you guys didn't know, he came from New England, and Tom Brady had huge praise for this guy. He's like, this guy's just got it. And that's the thing they talk about with the quarterbacks. You either have it or you don't. And it's just some God-given ability that's like you either have the ability to play quarterback in the NFL or you don't.
Well,
and
I knew it when New England was. Is it their offensive coordinator helping him out, or what?
Yeah. Well, and you have the greatest quarterback of all time. As somebody you look up to in practice and stuff like that. So I think that's another thing.
Yeah, that helps you a lot.
All right, so go ahead and how was your week so far this year in fantasy?
I put in Mayfield again. I thought Mayfield. I keep trusting this guy 2 weeks in a row. He was projected to get 19 points. He only got 10 for me. And my backup quarterback, I got, and I keep listening to people in the barbershop. I don't know what I'm listening to. Prescott, man.
Hold on. There's a reason that we do the show and that those people don't. Is because you're supposed to know more about it.
Yeah, and I'm sitting
so
there
stop listening
to them. And Prescott, I kept him on the bench again, and I was like, well, last year he came in 17th in the lead passing. He don't throw a lot of passes, but this year he's averaging 23, 24 points. And I left him on the bench. He had 24 points again. So that sucks. So I lost a lot of points right there. Mayfield, you're killing me, man. 2 weeks in a row, you're killing me. You're going backwards.
Yeah, I think a lot of people
do.
Of course, ours was on auto draft because we can't ever get anybody, to agree on a time. But I think a lot of people who did draft went with the idea of drafting Baker late and getting a steal. I think there was a reason that Baker was kind of drafted in the middle of the pack as far as quarterbacks, man. I don't think he's going to have that good of a year as people are talking about with the Browns, man. People were talking about the Browns at the beginning of the year like they were the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, they were.
I was like, good Lord, man. They haven't even played a game yet.
Look, I watched the game last night. And him and Beckham not even linking him. He's not even throwing the ball hardly to Beckham. He's not getting to him. He's holding the ball way too long. They already blitzing him half the time, but then... Well, you got Donald. Yeah, he is busting through the line on you, ripping.
Oh, he's going to have a field day with the Falcons offense.
But you cannot hold the ball 3 seconds and expect to be successful.
Yeah.
Everybody's covered. What are you going to do? So he holds the ball too long. He got to get the ball out of his hands. He got good receivers, man. He's not getting the ball to him, man. Chubbs, I like Chubbs. Chubbs, did all right with what he could do, but he wouldn't hand it off to him. He wasn't mixing up enough Chubbs, you know what I'm saying, because he's holding the ball too long. And a couple of times he tried to get to Chubbs as a botch play or something, so it didn't look good for Mayfield. I'm going to pull you, Mayfield. You're going to be on the bench this week, even though Prescott is playing against New Orleans, even though Prescott is going against the Saints this week.
No, I think he'd still be okay.
So I think hopefully he'll still be solid this week, Yeah. I hate to pull you, and then Mayfield have a good game, and then Prescott have a bad game, and I'm like, oh, dude, I messed up again. But I got Julio, 18 points. That's real good. I'm going to keep going with Julio because, Matt Ryan going to keep throwing it into him anyway regardless. So I'm good for his fantasy. You keep throwing it, Matt. Keep forcing it into Jones so I can get my points. And Schuster, 14 points. He's still doing good as a receiver too as well. Elderman, doing great, man. You give me a lot of points too, 12 points. But my boy, running back for the New Orleans Saints, boy, Kamara, oh, man. I hope you don't have no good game this week against my Cowboys, but he had 28 points. He had more than Mayfield. Now, when is a running back getting more points in the fantasy league than the quarterback?
Well, when your quarterback's not that good, you have Baker. Kind of makes sense.
It's terrible. I'm used to guys like Johnson on my starting running back for Detroit. and they're doing pretty good this year.
Yeah, they
Detroit,
are.
man, doing really well.
Technically, haven't lost a game. They're 2-0-1 because they had that tie with Arizona to start off the year. So
they did. So he got me 10 points, and then Jacksonville's running back, he got me 9 points. And then my receiver from Philadelphia, he got me 6 points, but he was projected to actually get me 10, but he fell short. And then I got my other receiver out there, Carson. He only got me 3 points, man. No, I had him at running back.
yeah, from Seattle.
Yeah, from Seattle. He got me 3 points. He projected to get 12 points. Terrible.
Yep.
But some of my bench players play really well. I didn't put in McCoy because they had him questionable.
Yeah, I had him in another league, didn't play.
They had him questionable, but he ended up getting 20 points.
Yeah.
He did well.
That one stung a little bit. Luckily, I got the job done in that league, but yeah, that stung a little bit.
And Prescott, like I said, had 24 points. I should play. And I had Sanu on the bench, too. Sanu was on the bench.
Yeah.
He did really well, 7 points. But then I got a good kicker, man. I got New England's kicker.
Well, yeah, they score a lot of points, so you should be able to get a lot of points off of extra points and stuff like that.
But Philadelphia got as my starting defense, and I got Seattle as my backup defense, and both of them only got 2 points. That's terrible.
It's a tough week. Tough week. Defenses are hard to
and
draft.
They both lost too.
That's definitely a thing you got to look up is matchups, defense, and add and drop and stuff like that. For sure.
I really thought that the Cowboys were going to have some competition with Philadelphia this year, and for the division title.
Yeah.
I know the season's not over yet, and we're just in the first half of the season, but we'll see. Wentz got all that money. Prescott still ain't got no money, so that's probably why he's going to perform well, so he can get the money like Wentz, and he'll probably get the money then stop playing too. So I don't know.
All right, one last question before we move on to another topic. Which 3-0 team are you buying first? Are you buying San Francisco or Buffalo? Which one's actually a decent team, and which one's just start off hot?
I predicted Buffalo actually to play well this year.
Okay.
I really did because I got one particular barber in the shop. He's a Jets fan, and he thought the Jets was going to come up second behind New England. I told him no, Buffalo was this year. He said, "Oh no, Buffalo ain't going to be. They're going to be sad this year." I said, "No, they're not. They're going to be pretty decent." I said, "They're going to come in second," and so they're not really not shocking me. But San Francisco is. I'm going to go with San Francisco. They're in a hard division, man.
Okay.
They're in a hard division. Seattle and the Rams are really tough. Well, Arizona's going to come in last place pretty much the rest of the year. So I don't expect them to do anything this year. I'm not even watching because they got a rookie quarterback back there. He's not really doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
He's doing a little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I mean, look, we got a tough week against Tennessee Titans. Another decent rushing attack. Average quarterback Marcus Mariota. But hey, anything can happen. So if you can get tickets, please go down and support them because Lord knows they need all the help they can get. But next week on the show, we'll kind of break down everything that happened with the Tennessee Titans game.